For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael.
That's it.
Brother, why? The Nephilim will stop you.
No one can stop death.
I heard you wanted to know what happened to Malthael. I found him.
Couldn't they tell he was evil just from his name? Malthael. Malintent maliciousness.
And they expected Imperius to be a good guy.
In WESTMARCH. Of that I am sure. The angels have started a massacre, slaying all they find. I must see it with my own eyes and learn why they have come. There are many questions, and I have little time to act.
That is a scantily clad angel. Confusing. I thought they didn't have flesh.
So, do you think he spared Tyrael because there was something wrong with the spirit stuff? Wasn't it silvery?
Yeah, kind-ish. Oh, sweet. Does this mean I get to necromantize angels?
Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
Too many have died here. I will intervene.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tyrael should meet me in WESTMARCH. Go.
It will be done. I swear it.
Oh, once we get to town, we should up the difficulty by, like, a tick.
We're going to die.
I'm digging the ambiance they got here.
All.
Oh, sweet corpses.
So, he wasn't always the Angel of Death, right?
No, he was the Angel of Wisdom.
Wisdom, right. Because that's the first one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Because, well, then who was the guy that could see the future? What was he?
Ethereal.
Ethereal, the Angel of... Because I know that Ariel was Hope.
Faye?
I
straight up don't remember, actually.
Okay. Yeah, because Ariel was Hope.
Oh, gotta go this way.
Tyrael was Justice. What was Imperious? Was he like Wrath
Being
or
a
something?
The Angel of being kind of douchey, but also maybe right, but mostly not. Maybe just being self-righteous is probably the Angel of Righteousness. Because Tyrael is Justice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Malthael was... What would he want with the stone? He was trying to... Wait, didn't they say that he was wanting to learn about life and death and...
No, he was trying to find what happened to the World Stone.
What's the World Stone?
It got stolen by somebody. To make Sanctuary. Which I think was in Diablo II?
Wait, so a stone made this world?
Some part of it. Interesting. Seamless area transitions.
So what, does he want to create a world of his own?
Don't go out into the streets.
Hello.
How's
Just a
the might
small
emotion?
army of undead to save you.
Before it's gone.
It's this guy.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Are there other survivors?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old ZAKARUM Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
We'll see.
And if he is dead, I have a fix for that. It's temporary, but I've got a fix.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
Wait, those with
They
demon
were
blood
only
must die?
townsfolk.
All humans have demon's blood, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because
Are they?
we're the descendants of Nephilim, but we are also Nephilim. So question mark?
Wait a minute. Are they saying that humans
Yeah,
are?
all humans must die.
Yeah.
Because they're impure. Because racism. Have you ever noticed that like the ultimate good guys are also usually the most racist that you can get?
Well, it's one of those things where.
Yeah, wow, we haven't had an area transition. That's really cool,
Well,
actually.
in fantasy realms, you notice how there's always the, the elves are beautiful and gracious, and then the orcs are aggressive and vile and stuff. I think they want to create a stereotypical profile
Well, it's so
for an
easy
entire
to-
people,
It's
and so they don't distinguish.
it's called template.
But also, when have you ever heard of a good demon in this game series? Are there any?
Not this one. But I mean, even most of the angels are kind of awful. Let's see. It used to be that you could go through this area as all the other characters, and the Necromancer was a side quest, unplayable character, but people were interested in him. Made a Necromancer character in a later update. I mean, that was actually a huge point for me. I wasn't that interested in Diablo 3 because I mained Necromancer, and I wasn't interested in Witch Doctor.
Defend the church! Repel these vile Reapers!
So I think they always had the plan to come up with the Necromancer.
Die.
It was just easier to have it be a DLC after the fact, because then they could nickel and dime for it. Because Activision. Activision Blizzard.
I think I only played the very beginning of Diablo 2 when I was visiting your parents once, you and your parents at your house, and
I mean, it's a good...
I played the assassin in that one, but that was because back in the day, classes were gender locked.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to
Yeah,
play
so
as a
you were
female
stuck
character.
with like Amazon,
That thing
assassin,
must die.
sorceress, and I don't know if there are any others.
Ah, we found you.
I'm surprised they didn't have like a priestess. Maybe they just had a priest in that one.
I've never seen an attack like this. Why has Malthael unleashed his forces on Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
I agree.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me!
Uh-oh.
The special effects for this are pretty cool.
Oh, I know. I liked those shadows.
Like,
Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared!
Wait, what?
What is it?
What are all these
A death maiden!
people?
Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
false! You can have my boaters, though. I have a lot of them. They're deadly.
So all of these pale bodies on the ground are corpses?
Dead people. Yeah. They've had their souls sucked out. They don't look too good if you look like really closely at the 3D model.
They almost remind me of those, you know, the people at Pompeii that were covered in a thick layer of ash?
Yeah.
They kind of look like stone, almost.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
So what are all these Reaper beings? They don't
They're
look
just angels working
They
for
look like
Malthael.
angels, but yeah. Okay.
We must confront Malthael. Where is he?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
There are no other clues?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you must remain here. I will do what I can for Westmarch.
A sliver of the stone or a sliver of
The Soul Stone.
really?
Because plot device, my dear Frodo. Otherwise, we'd be doomed.
What was that Death Maiden doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
This magic was not meant to be used so. I will not stand for it.
I like how your character has a personal beef with everything.
I resurrect the bodies, not souls, daggit. Okay, so it's the same dude. None of this is good. Right. We're so close.
Wait, so what would the ending of the game have been without this? Just that back there?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't remember there actually being much of an ending cutscene, to be totally honest. Like, I want to...
And there's absolutely nothing about the fate of Leah or what happened to Adria or...
No, I don't remember much of a...
Because I want to hunt Adria down. She betrayed us, and Leah. And all humanity.
Yeah, I straight up don't remember much of anything past a certain point. Oh, these got expensive. 200,000 per gem? I'm going to be bankrupt by the time we're done. But yeah, I think... I don't remember if there's like an original ending cutscene. We could have always missed something.
Well, it just said, go to the next act? Question mark?
Yeah.
So-
Somebody's saying Adria's post game Or...
I would hope we'd encounter her in this or later.
Let's see. But by the way, there's a whole bunch of gems you should probably be combining down. The Visceral Flex looks like a hand crossbow, so you should grab that.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yep. Yep.
And any of these would be good, but the Sky Grudge.
Yep.
Nice.
Gloves.
Gloves. Lucky Mail.
Nope.
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 Pants and belt. Just look for the ones with the stars. Nope. Problem solved.
Okay.
See, can we trade items in this game? I don't think so, no. Alright, so go to
You're talking about Shen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is combine, go to train, press R a couple times.
What? R?
R. One more. And mash A a couple of times. One more. There you go. Now go back to combine. Because you have to mush all of your gems down. Because at this point we have access to every gem type in the game. Doesn't look like you got any to mush here. So
I don't have any to mush in diamonds. Nothing to mush.
You can drop items and companions can pick them up. Okay. So
well, part of it is I think you still
pick
up everything.
You could. I wonder if you couldn't trade stuff back in when this game first came out, and I haven't changed my mind on that. Because originally you couldn't trade at all. You had to go through the auction house. At least I think that was the case. I remember it was like mildly locked down back in the day.
Okay, so make one of those.
But yeah, I'll do gem trading later once we actually get further in. We're also going to be getting a boatload of gems once we get start doing some of the proper bounties.
Okay. So and I should probably just recycle.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
And you want to just salvage all of your junk. Okay. And then I'm actually gonna. Can we change difficulty here? No. So we've got to quit out to change difficulty. I'm gonna bop it up by 1 or 2.
One more. Let's just try.
Let's try 2.
2 more? No.
Because we can always bring it down.
Skips always go. Ooh.
But we can bring it. We can bring it down.
You can bring it down one
level.
level.
Yeah, but you can't bring it up without quitting out. So I figure we do 2. Okay. Campaign, Act 5. Really? Oh, it's just difficulty. Yeah, because this will double the amount of gold and EXP we get.
Okay, but we can always bop down if we need it.
Yeah. Should work. But yeah, I'm glad they got rid of the auction house. Because the idea of that is kind of good. But the implementation, I don't know. I don't think I agree with that well.
An ally has joined.
Okay. So now we're good to go. And I think we have everything. Oh. Right. Because it started me solo and then immediately dove you in. This should be fine, though, and we're going to be getting a lot of, like, good equipment, especially once we hit 70, because then it's going to be just straight upgrades.
Oh, a satchel.
Oh, yeah.
Urzales.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Because the other thing is, once we hit 70, we can go back to the blacksmith and update all of our equipment to be level 70. Which is going to be a massive damage uptick, because I'm using stuff that's like in the 50s.
So is this what they mean by the
Not enough essence.
Undead that are still sort of spirits?
Hi. I got murdered by those
That's why
ghosts.
I had to get out.
Oh, I am here. Okay.
I need essence.
There we go. Now I've got my army. I was just unprepared and cornered, and those guys just smacking us around for a bit.
Harry, we've got to save my friends.
Oh, did I die? Really?
Yeah.
We both died.
It's okay. We can just resurrect here. These guys do a decent amount of damage. It's like the lightning attack.
Uh-huh. It's just interesting because you mop up 2 and we're
well,
having
I think we doubled the difficulty, actually. Because we doubled the reward. So I'm assuming it's pretty close to doubling the difficulty.
I need essence.
Okay.
So, it's okay. The main thing is we're just undergeared for this right now.
King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up.
Have you lost your mind? The city is on the brink of ruin.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke.
Wait, really? They're talking about
not enough hatred.
Politics?
I can't do that.
Here, well, in the midst of what I would call a catastrophic event.
Yeah. Yeah,
we
have a dude that is,
He's like, the king has fled. Now I don't know if it's like the queen or the princess or who they want to take over instead. But it's all...
Victory for the people!
Go, but the people are dying.
Doesn't matter.
We just need to survive right now.
I was,
We can talk about that later.
My essence is too low.
While they're all firing at you down the staircase. I'll fire upon them.
I was reading Thanksgiving horror stories last night while I was trying to get to bed. Because, you know, couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And, you know, we live a rather undramatic life, generally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Big area. Yeah, just stay out of the lightning range of the horror ghosts here.
I was on my way out. I was just getting out of its range, and then it got me.
Yeah, you just kind of have to sort of keep moving. It's strange. So, just to speed this along a little bit. Corpse explosion is always good.
I've become more formidable.
Grab a couple of these. What was it? But yeah, so I was reading about various horror stories. What was one of them? Most of them were like pretty awful, like finding out relatives were sleeping with each other.
Yeah.
There's
you mean
one where
ones that shouldn't be are?
Yeah. So like, you know, brother-in-law, sister-in-law situations where it's like their spouses are there, probably downstairs. Like,
Ew.
Why would you do this? What kind of monster does this during Thanksgiving?
What?
Yep. Oh, hello.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
And how exactly did you find this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I am so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
I almost feel bad for the guy.
So the king was being forced by the nobles to oppress the people.
Yeah, it almost sounds like if you got rid of the nobles, the king would actually be pretty gung-ho. Your stuff is damaged.
I know.
So we should probably both repair. Okay. Because, yeah, forgot about that. Alright, and back we go. It's so beautifully seamless. And let's get out of here. But one of them was...
Contested villa. Mm-hmm.
One of the stories that I was reading was the, aunt, I'm not entirely sure, that would always introduce,
not enough
controversial topics at the weirdest times. Like, hey Uncle so-and-so, pass the cranberry sauce. And then he'd immediately go into a rant about gender politics or something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm mildly doing that in the middle of the video game. But the nightmare situation was he would do it relentlessly. So it's like, hey, can you help us carry the groceries in? Gun control. And it's like, whoa, hi. Alright, we're here now.
Champion, a reaper killed us all. I panicked and failed my men. Now they are soulless husks. Only my spirit was able to resist the call of Malthael. Please, put them to rest and end my shame.
What was the other one? Oh!
They can resist having their spirits taken?
Yeah. The other story that I remember was the one where the aunt was sitting around outside, refusing to come in because she had been caught for taking out multiple credit cards in her son's name.
Oh.
While he was on active duty.
Oh.
Yeah. That always boggles my mind. The worst part is, in a lot of cases, they actually, like, the kids don't report their parents.
Mm-hmm.
The Reaper that killed my men is outside, in the courtyard. Please, slay it, for all of us.
Wouldn't it be out that door up top?
Maybe? Oh yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is outside.
Not enough essence.
That's a Reaper? That's an angel?
Uska is the Annihilator?
Doesn't look like an angel.
That is impossible.
That's confusing.
I don't know about that. It looks like an executioner.
Like a demon.
Yeah. Also, its name doesn't really denote an angelic origin, so.
Thank you.
Oops,
Nothing
we
can
both
bring
died
back
in the
my
explosion.
men, but revenge dulls the pain.
That's embarrassing. Why do these things blow up upon death?
Because that's their boss property. It is a bit jerkish though. Anyway, I resurrected him, so he's ours now. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be nearly as powerful, but the act of reviving him as a monster that I can carry around with me is cool. I am a little bit disappointed though. Like I was saying earlier, I wish that I could actually have like permanent slots. Like, if I had 4 slots of creatures that we've killed that I've resurrected, that I could keep around with me for various things, instead of, you know...
Well, it's more realistic to only rely on what's available around you.
I know, but, like, it'd be neat if you could actually just have permanent slots, even if it was just purely cosmetic.
I mean, eventually your undead minions would deteriorate too much.
I mean, if you got the right necromantic powers, not really. Like, there's, I'm not gonna say whole books on that in D&D, but there's definitely, like, I've read books where it talks about, like, realism with necromancers. It's like, yeah, you wanna do realism with necromancers, here's some, like, basic mechanics on, like, preservation and whatnot. I was like, this is kind of gross, but it's cool.
It's always fascinating when they have those documentaries on mummies and stuff. Like, it was kind of gross when I suppose there was that one mummy of a Chinese empress that
They'll reach the survivors
she was so well preserved that all her internal organs and her flesh and stuff were still springy and gelatinous.
How? What was, like...
She's like 1,000 years old.
Jesus. That's gross, but yeah.
And they're the one, she's the one that they keep in that special glass container.
I guess if you do it perfectly and have no decomposition, I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Oh. Yeah, because you have to make sure that there's like no bacteria, no, transfer of moisture or through the air and
You'd
stuff.
have to do quite
vacuum
a lot.
sealing.
Like, that would take a lot of effort. Oh. Undead. Oh, there's a quest in here.
Huh, from whom?
Some of these Norwell, I guess?
These men.
Yeah.
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
Head to the survivors' enclave. You'll find safety there. Rathma has blessed me.
A splendid chest. Oh, hey, I'm level 69. Yes. So we actually,
How does this Rathma fit into the whole angels and demons bit?
I have no idea.
And
it feels like they're supposed to be gods, but like they're totally absent.
They're just made up. People made them up. I
don't know.
I don't know. Because we haven't really seen a reference from a Rathma.
And do you think the angels would like mention the gods at some point? Probably. Unless they're unrelated. At which point, what?
Mm-hmm. Because could Rathma have just been someone that mastered the arts of necromancy, or maybe had some kind of outstanding power? And I suppose with a being like Rathma, they could potentially be godlike in the fact that their existence persists far longer than any mortals would because of necromancy. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, that's a weird thought. You know how there are all these ghosts and spirits that still linger on?
Yeah.
I wonder if you've ever seen an instance where a ghost pretends to be a god.
No.
And haunts people.
I want to say, well, I've seen it, I think, in more like low-key senses, like a side quest. You'll have like a ghost or like a spirit or like an undead acting as like a patron saint for some people or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually like a plot hook I was thinking of once upon a time. I was like, oh, yeah, that would be kind of neat. You have this like ancient and powerful spirit that's just like, yeah, I'm straight up a god. Like, totally. I'd swear I've seen that plot point before, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
We're not going to go up this way?
I have no idea which is the right direction. We can check out the whole area. It looks like there's kind of side quests for each one of these. If you want to go back. Yeah, there's a couple of mangas like that for sure.
My essence is too low.
Well, I thought it was one of those things where someone dies and then, whoop, they're a god.
Oh. I mean, if you want to consider Bleach that, kind of, sort of. Because, you know, he sort of gets killed, but gets conscripted into being a death god. But you're not really like a god, you're just like a Grim Reaper, but like not, because they barely even do any Grim Reaping. It's mostly they're just...
I suppose it also depends on what your definition of a god is. Because for some it's just an immortal being with supernatural powers, but then there are lesser denominations of things that are below
you
that.
Go back and check out those side paths quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back. There's actually like a whole bunch of them that we've missed because we're just like magically finding the right way to go.
My wolf has quite the maw. Whoa.
But no, I like I think part of it is a lot of stories try and stay away from like direct gods or like trying to put specific mechanics to gods in a story.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, you know, obviously is a bit of a touchy subject for some people.
But it seems like people do invent a lot of gods for their mythoses, though.
True.
And usually a plot point is that, oh no, the gods are in trouble because another god is attempting to extinguish them. But then that brings up the whole thing of, oh, well then that means gods can die. Or be unmade.
Speaking of gods can die, this is gonna hurt real bad.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh gosh.
That needs to recharge.
Okay.
I don't like this.
This is awkward.
Not at all.
Shielding plus arcane is not a good combo.
I blew up somehow. I don't think a laser crossed me.
Respawn at me.
Where's all the poison coming from?
My essence is too low.
Arcane enchanted, fast shielding, plagued.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, that. The Death Maiden.
Yeah. There's...
And we're stuck. We need to get into some open ground. Is that possible?
Remember, when you're dead, you run around as a ghost. So, you can actually... You can move away.
You were dragging me, actually, back into the poison.
Well, Shell, you were running in the direction of more enemies. Like, there's more enemies out there. Always retreat in the direction of an area that we've cleared to.
Okay. Well, we
I'm
just
not
need
going to follow you.
funnel them because the fact that we
That's
were
what
getting...
I'm working on. They're so beefy.